Contact Alberta Health Services or the RCMP Media Relations. They will release a statement.
Okay, is there a court order in place preventing them from accessing the parking lot? Like, as I understand, there's an order that closes the church, and that's in the door. That's been in the door for a while. But, I mean, I have permission from the owner to be on the property.
Yeah, I can't comment.
So what happens if I try to walk up there?
I'll stop you.
I'm a journalist, though. I'm not.
Yeah, no. Right now, no one's allowed past this point until we're advised otherwise. So, whatever they're doing, they're going to do in that area. Eventually, once they've established the perimeter or whatever, then you won't be advised.
Today, as we speak, in fact, police are raiding the GraceLife Church just outside Edmonton in Parkland County. This is the church that police arrested the pastor and sentenced him to 35 days in a maximum security prison. The footage you're looking at right now was taken moments ago by Sheila Gunn Reid, our chief reporter. We got a tip about this raid, believe it or not, from one of the police who opposes this mission, this operation, who actually believes in his oath, who knows that the reason to become a policeman is not to prosecute, charge, harass, imprison, and bully pastors, but rather to go after criminals. I want to let you know that there was one person involved in this raid who tipped us off to it. I think that's an important point that shows that even the police who are shutting down a church know it's wrong. Sheila's on the scene now. We've seen various footage that she's taken and photographs. She's also talked to one of the cops. You can't see it in this shot here, but there are trucks that have brought steel fences. And they're going to put steel fences around this. And our police source says they intend to set up a 24-hour-a-day occupation and command post at the church, because they know that if they were to leave, church members would simply come, move the gates, drill through any fake police lock, and go into the church. The police are occupying a church. I can't believe I'm saying those words. Those are words you would hear from Communist China, from Iran, from North Korea, maybe from, I don't know, some other places like Pakistan. But it's happening actually in Alberta, a Canadian province whose motto is strong and free. And bizarrely, a Canadian province whose premier, Jason Kenney, is not only a religious Christian himself, but when he was a federal cabinet minister, set up something called the Office for Religious Freedom that sought to lecture other countries around the world about religious freedom. I have a few tweets that he's tweeted out over the years that are just so on point. I wish the Jason Kenney of 2014 or 2018 could talk to the Jason Kenney of 2021. Justin, why don't you put up some of those tweets from my feed? Here's one. Can you zoom in? Can you click that one from 2014? Yeah, click that and expand it. Inspiring. Chinese Christians put lives on the line to stop communist apparatchiks from tearing down their church. Jason Kenney was inspired by that. I presume he meant he was inspired by the Chinese Christians, not those tearing down the church. And here's one more tweet from Jason Kenney 2 years ago. Alberta has long been a refuge for those who fled religious persecution from many parts of the world. They remind us never to take these freedoms for granted. And again, that sounds at the time like it was written like a caution, as opposed to a warning, a caution not to take them for granted, not a warning that maybe we do take them for granted, and who in fact needs to be reminded of that. I can't believe it. We have a clip, do you have it there, Justin, of Sheila interacting with one of the cops. And I counted 13 vehicles. Do you have that clip of her going to the cop? And is Sheila on standby to join us via, we're trying to get a hold of Sheila right now. I think she might actually be recording something, so I don't want to call her and interrupt her camera work right now. But I know that she is on live. I've spoken to her several times this morning. She sent some video footage. I'm talking to her electronically as well. So I think it's possible that she's filming. There is also a chance that she has been arrested. I don't know if that's happened. All I know is that right now we're not in communication with her. But here's a video she recorded of when she asked one of Trudeau's RCMP, and I'm calling them Trudeau's RCMP because that's what they are. They're run by a hand-picked partisan commissioner of the RCMP called Brenda Lucky, a Trudeau plant, appointed by Trudeau, completely within Trudeau's control. But the only reason why the federal RCMP has jurisdiction is because the province of Alberta, Jason Kenney, and the Attorney General, Casey Madhu, have signed a contract with them giving Trudeau's RCMP power over policing in the province. That can be canceled at any time. So here's a cop who de jure reports to Justin Trudeau, but de facto reports to Jason Kenney. Take a look.
Sorry. So we can't even go on the property? Is that what's happening here?
That's correct.
Why? How is that happening? I mean, it's private property.
I've already talked to that about that with Scott.
Okay, but I'm not with the church. I'm a journalist. You have no comment.
I have no comment.
So what happens
if you
if...
want comment, you can contact Alberta Health Services or the RCMP Media Relations,
Is there...
they will release a statement.
Okay, is there a court order in place preventing them from accessing the parking lot? Like, as I understand, there's an order that closes the church, and that's in the door. That's been in the door for a while. But, I mean, I have permission from the owner to be on the property.
Yeah, I can't comment.
So what happens if I try to walk up there?
I'll stop you.
I'm a journalist, though. I'm not.
Yeah, no. Right now, no one's allowed past this point until we're advised otherwise. So, whatever they're doing, they're going to do in that area. Eventually, once they've established a perimeter or whatever, then you won't be advised, but
Sure.
the other folks will be advised.
Oh my goodness, they're putting up...
Yeah, they're putting up that.
Well, no, but they're putting tarp too, so you can't even see the church.
It might be a wind break to protect the property.
So there's no court order in place that you've shown these guys?
I don't have that. That's not for me to have. That's already that's with the AHS.
Mm-hmm.
This is an AHS event, not an RCMP event. We're here to preserve the peace.
Mm-hmm.
So your best point of contact would be Alberta Health Service or the RCMP Media Relations.
Okay.
Okay, and then they'll give you the answers because they have them. I don't.
Right.
I'm not the person to talk.
Right.
I wish I could give you more, but I can't.
You're just the enforcement arm.
Yeah, for today. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, that's private property. It's the church property. Sheila has permission. In fact, she's the only journalist who has permission to attend on the property. I might put myself in that category too. When I visited about a month ago, they welcomed me in. If some cop says you may not come on private property, the right thing to do is say, okay, on what basis, big shot? Because you're not the boss of this property. And when the cop says, well, I don't have the order, I don't know, talk to this person, talk to that person. Well, if you don't know by what authority you're keeping people off a church, if you just are saying, well, it's somewhere, but you don't have it on you, that's not good enough. That's not lawful. Now, I'm not about to tell Sheila to go get arrested, handcuffed, or thrown in jail, although for all I know, that's where she is right now. Have we been able to connect with Sheila? No, I just checked with Justin, and he says that he's reached out to Sheila. I'm hoping that it's most likely she's just busy recording right now, perhaps interviewing someone. There's also a chance that there's a problem with cell phone service, although I've spoken to her 4 times this morning on location. So I do not want to rule out the chance, even if it's only a 1% chance, that the reason Sheila is not joining us now is because she was arrested. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, would it surprise you? Pastor James Coates, the pastor of this GraceLife Church, was put in a maximum security prison for 35 days for preaching in this church. So why would it be shocking to you if our Sheila Gunn Reid was arrested for reporting from the church? Why would that be shocking? We're already long past shock, aren't we?
Oh, hi friends. What you just saw there is a clip from our Rebel News daily live stream show. It's fun, it's fast, and it's completely unscripted, so you never really know what you're going to get. Just go to rebelnews.com/livestream to sign up for special